Hello, I got sent a couple items to reveal to you guys from the Tempo team at the Bazaar. So let's take a look. Basically, these are new items for the new character Mac. This will be released, I think, within a week. So we get to take a look at it quickly. First look, we get to theorycraft a bit, talk about it, and let's start off with this item that they sent me. Energy Potion is not a new item. But this will be bought, like buyable in the store with Mech. This is just a Mech item. Same with the Fire Claw. Fire Claw we only see as well from an encounter that you can get. The Laboratory we're gonna take a look at. I'm just showing the art now. After this I'll show the actual items. I think this looks pretty good. I like Laboratory. This is an item we haven't seen yet. Then there is the Mirror, which also we haven't seen yet, but this item is really cool. And Oil Lantern also. I think this is a new item, I'm pretty sure. So let's first look at Energy Potion. So this item will be buyable in the store. It will be 5 seconds. I think it's 4 currently. It used to be very strong. It's a very good item. You just play it. This has like 2 or 3 haste, and then you give it some ammo, and this will perma haste your entire board. Or not perma haste, this will haste your board usually long enough for the fight. But at bronze this is pretty bad. 5 seconds to haste everything 1 second, like once. It's really bad if you don't have any synergies with it. I think it's only good in certain setups to solve your haste. It's a small item that could be hasting your board for the entire fight after 5 seconds in a good setup. So this is probably, it depends on how much haste Mech has. So compared to other heroes, I don't know if Mech has any haste yet besides this. Except there's like a worse metronome, so that will, I guess, decide how viable this is. But when this is bronze, you probably don't want to pick this up. This is really bad, unless there's also haste synergies, for example like Ballista or Race Carl on Dooley. Whenever you haste, something triggers, or like Lighthouse, no, Trebuchet I mean, on Vanessa. This hastes an entire board, so it's a lot of triggers though, so that is also something to keep in mind. It will be a lot of haste triggers. But yeah, that's just Energy Potion. Don't want to talk too much about it because we have seen it before. I'll first show the Fire Claw. This one we also know of already. It just has plus burn equal to the burn of your non-Fire Claw items. I mean, this is an okay item. 7 seconds to burn. This will scale based on the other burn items, but it's a little slow. I think it's probably a decent tempo item. If you charge this up, maybe this could be strong, but then you need more burn on the board. It's a bit of an odd item. I don't think this is something you will usually build around. And now let's take a look first at the new item, Laboratory. So this one, very exciting. It starts gold, it looks like, or at least I've been given the gold option. It's a large property, and this, I love this. So the first thing is it's 3 seconds. It's very fast. Enchant a non-enchanted item for the fight. Let me read everything first. Charge your enchanted items 1 second and increase this item's cooldown by 1 second for the fight. So first of all, I thought this was just a good tempo option. It enchants non-enchanted items, so you just get random enchants on your entire board early on. Late game, you probably have a bunch of enchanted items already, so then this thing kind of does nothing, right? But that's where the second line comes in. It charges your enchanted items. A 3-second board-wide charge is insane. It's very OP. So late game, this will charge everything pretty much. Early game, this will still charge like some items that it enchants itself. So it's really good both tempo, both late game. But then this comes into play. Increase this item's cooldown by 1. This is a very big downside. 3 seconds is really fast. 4 is okay. 5 is like, it's still a board-wide charge. But then it goes to 6, 7, 8. It keeps going worse and worse. I think it can enchant itself though, which is, I don't know what the enchants on this are, but if it's absurd, then holy shit, it will charge itself as well. So it's even crazier if you look at it that way. I feel like this will probably get nerfed just because of how quick this gets your board going and how much tempo it is. The only thing is that it doesn't really help a build. Like most other large items have a clear purpose of like scaling, getting you more like burn or poison or just dealing a lot of damage. This thing just speeds up your board at the start of the fight. It falls off, right? The cooldown increases and it will charge less and less, but it gets you going fast. And even if items are non-enchanted, it will just give them an enchantment that could be beneficial to you, could also be bad. On average, it's not going to be the best, but it could high roll. So I really like the design of this card. I like it a lot. It can be both used early and late, and it is not a build definer. It is just something that you slap on that gives you a big power spike if your other items are already strong and enchanted. That is what I think. That is my take on it. I really like this item. I want to play with it. Next one I will show is the mirror. Now this one is just a 4-second cooldown, transform into the medium item to the left of this for the fight. So this will transform kind of just in whatever you put next to it, as long as it's medium. So you can't duplicate small items, you can't duplicate large items. So we have to see what the full pool of medium items is from mech. I mean, you can also get other classes and other medium items, of course, but there might be something that's consistently good with this. The only issue is this takes 4 seconds. So for 4 seconds of the fight, this does nothing. You don't have the copy yet. So either you need this to be like insta hasted, so it's 2 seconds, or you need to be able to make sure that you can survive that long. There might be a lot of high levels with this. I'm not going over every medium item to see what would be good to copy. We don't even have all medium items yet from mech again. But there probably is gonna be something really busted with this. I don't know. You can already copy any items in the game using the upgrade hammer. You can upgrade the upgrade hammer itself, and then any rarity except diamond, of course, you can get a dupe of. It's easiest of bronze. Silver is doable. Gold is pretty hard, but technically doable. This also keeps the stats though. So another thing is that even if you can dupe an item, it's only you play both items, so you need to buff up both, or you need to enchant both. This thing, whatever item it is, it can be full enchanted, have a bunch of stats, have other things. This will just straight up take it. So also cooldown reductions, I assume, everything that changed that item. So it is better than just purely duping an item, except for the 4-second cooldown. So you could even have like 3 items now. If you get a bronze medium, you dupe it with hammer, and I use mirror, you can have 3 of the same item. Usually that's not too good though, because a lot of items are only good if you have the synergies with it, if you have other items on the board that make it good, right? It's rarely that you just slap an item on the board, and if you slap 2 or 3 more copies of it, you just get stronger. Usually it's stronger to fill out the rest of the board to make that item better, or your items just synergize better. So this probably is only good on a few specific medium items, but it's a cool design. It allows a lot of crazy builds as well. And then there's one more item that we're gonna look at, and that is the oil lantern. This bad boy. So I don't think this has been revealed yet, or you can get this, but it looks like it's gonna enable the regen build. It has 10 burn, it starts silver. It's a tool, so it instantly reminds me of the weather glass from Vanessa. So burn 10 is a lot. 10-second cooldown is really big, but whenever you gain regen, charge this. So we'll have to see how good a regen bolt is on mech, how many ways there are to gain regen. There's a lot of items we've already seen in PvE encounters where it's like, when you burn or when this or that happens, gain regen. So if you can somehow stack that or loop that, this will be charging a lot. This could be like a pufferfish, but burn, that triggers on you getting like more healing. So it's interesting for sure. Probably disenchanted is pretty good. There's also some skills that this works with. There's a skill that gains you regen whenever I think you burn, or whenever something happens as well. So if you could somehow loop that, you can also perma charges. Like this can charge a lot. It's probably harder to charge than a pufferfish is or a lighthouse, because so far it seems like gaining regen consistently is just harder to do, both with skills or with items. But again, we need to see the full item pool of mech, and maybe we get some new skills in the game. But it's a cool item. It seems like this is probably something you build around. This is like a build-defining centerpiece that you put on the board, and then, yeah, try and just burn your opponent. That's it. That is the items that I got revealed from mech. I hope you enjoyed me showing these, even though I know I haven't played much Bazaar recently, or haven't uploaded a video at least. There's a couple of reasons for that, but I'll post another video talking about what I've been up to and why. I am a little bit like taking a break right now. Anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you soon.